Hey y'all, it's me, Soraya Sorbida. I hope you all are doing well. I want to talk about sexual anorexia as a human being that happens to be queer and trans. And sexual anorexia is deep rooted in my life. And I want to talk about the liberation of sexual anorexia and the liberation from gender dysphoria and body dysphoria. Now, at 65, I'm pretty much completed with my gender identity surgery, number of years on hormones since 2017, a number of surgeries, face several times over, body, several surgeries there, all of that to remove loose skin from weight loss and weight gain, yo-yo dieting. So I got all my loose skin removed. I have my body contoured female. I'm in a real confident place with my appearance, body and face. I've done a lot of work and everything has turned out pretty nicely, pretty well. I love the way I feel, the way I look, and I generate a good response from people. People seem to admire my appearance, good genes, and good self-preservation, health, nutrition, exercise, a lot of hydration. The skin is good and I'm fortunate. I've earned the status that I have in every single way. Physical, emotional, and spiritual. Yesterday, I had an experience with a human being that was really favorable and a social setting that led to some close physical contact, like dancing, for example, a good level of intimacy and kissing that I have not engaged in, I believe, since my transition. Yeah, I really do think so. All in public. On the dance floor, 2 or 3 hours. It was really a Whitney Houston thing. I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I want to kick it with somebody. With somebody who thinks I'm a little pretty and he called me a light-skinned Janet Jackson. I was grooving with somebody. He was this brown young man, so well put together. Fashion-wise, his look was just... his skin, everything, had these tattoos, he had this really cool shirt, had this beautiful smile like mine, beautiful teeth like mine. He was put together, really nice. So was I. And we just hit it off. You know, we looked good with each other. We totally matched, mirrored and matched the whole time. What I mean is by appearance, we mirrored and matched. He looked as good as I do, and I looked as good as he does. You know, meaning two attractive people of color. Very nice connection. And it was a disco night, and I don't know what his age is, maybe 32. I'm 65. I don't know what he was doing being attracted to an old woman like me. But he was legal. He was drinking a beer, so that means he was legal. He wasn't drunk. He took a long time to drink that beer, which was really nice. But what came up for me was these feelings of, I have to say, some elements of euphoria. And you're going to say, well, Soraya, you just met this guy. Why would you get euphoric? And maybe that's too powerful of a word, but this is why I say euphoric. Because the songs that we were listening to from the 70s, back when I was discoing, going out disco dancing and DJing, at that particular time, I was such a loser. I was drinking so heavily. I was blackout drinking. I was diet pilling. I was so depressed. I was so screwed up with my gender. Some women who want to flatten their chest will bind. I was binding to flatten my chest as a guy with boobs. And it was so uncomfortable getting dressed to go out. And if I danced a lot and sweat with the binding, it was just so uncomfortable. And the drinking helped get through the uncomfortability. And the drinking helped the emotions of being so confused about my gender and my body and gender identity, body dysphoria, being overweight and these boobs that I had as a dude. And last night being so free, you know, with my cute little bra, my breast augmentation and this cute little outfit and feeling so femme and looking femme and feeling great. And then coming across this human with this energy and we're like clicking on the dance floor and we're listening to these songs and I'm remembering, oh my God, I remember when I was such a drunk, blacking out, to driving drunk, diet pills and cigarettes. Oh my God, what a mess. And going to bed with monsters, not remembering, waking up in somebody's bed, some stranger who was disgusting, and asking myself, how did I choose this person? You know, how many times did I go to bed with someone and like wake up to like a strange person, a strange neighborhood, and pain up my ass because I let them fuck me at the height of the AIDS epidemic. So out of control I was, and such poor choices that I made. And here I am, 65. It feels like I'm getting a chance to make decisions and choices all over. You know, I'm listening to songs that I'm sure this young man wasn't even born yet. I was born for them. You know, I was alive and drinking and carrying on, like I just mentioned. So it's like I feel like I've been given my life back, like another opportunity to meet humans on a sober level as a trans woman and be confident in my body for the very first time and attract someone really, really interesting and cute. It was just really nice. We complimented each other like equally. We were both like, looking into each other's eyes all the time. It was so weird. It was so beautiful. And so I just want to say to anyone that's transgender or anyone that's thinking about transitioning, and anyone who's maybe struggling with alcoholism and sexual anorexia, because of my body, I was like, I had to get drunk in order to have sex because I was so uncomfortable with my body. And then when I saw what choices I was making when I got drunk and had sex, then I went through periods of not drinking so I wouldn't lose control and make these poor choices. So then there was no sex. And I still go through that even in my sobriety of 34 years because I have sober sex. And if the sex is not going to be with someone that I feel safe with, then that's not sober sex. It doesn't have to be having drugs makes it unsober, like having someone inappropriate that maybe I'm having sex with too soon is not sober sex. So to have this opportunity to make choices, healthy choices, and even with this stunning little, he was a little shorter than me, he was a beautiful person. You know, I have an opportunity to handle this in a sober way, means sober beyond having alcohol or drugs, like which I'm not gonna have just for today, but at least have a sober experience in getting to know this person. So having that opportunity is such a beautiful thing. It's like being given a new lease on life. And part of my sexual recovery plan is that I'm refraining from masturbation, refraining from pornography, and no app use. You know, I was talking about Grindr. Well, I'm off Grindr right now. Grindr gets good and then it gets too weird. It's like a love-hate relationship with Grindr. So I hope that I can resort to going out clubbing, as this was a form of meeting men and dating in the past. I hope that I can keep this up consistently to meet new people. I'm not sure if I want a boyfriend or a relationship, but I certainly want to meet new people. And I certainly enjoyed the kisses that myself and this gentleman had yesterday. It was so beautiful, a good connection. So for anyone, again, who is trans with alcoholism as an issue, and gender dysphoria and body dysphoria and all of that, anyone who's dealing with really not knowing who they are yet, or trying to figure out their mind and their body and their gender and their identity, I hope you don't have to wait till 65 to put the pieces back together like it's happening to me. There's a saying in recovery that I wish you a slow recovery. Mine was really fucking slow, but thorough. I'm glad I'm at a place now at 65 with the body that I have, that I can respect this body more than ever. But, you know, I had a few issues. I got one STI in my sober dating. One of the first gentlemen I dated in 2021 who was charming man, bachelor number 1. If you watch my dating game videos, got an STI from him. I got gonorrhea. As safe as I was trying to make it happen with this guy with sex, it is what it is. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. If I make mistakes, I make mistakes. Just want to learn from them. I hope that this video was aimed and reached the topic point, which is that recovery is possible. And I don't want to say recovery because some people are turned off by that word, But putting the pieces together and sorting out your life, that you are having a better quality experience in life, in your dating world, in your intimacy world, in your gender expression world, comfortable and fascinating and fulfilling for you, not for anybody else, you first, that it is possible, because I feel I'm experiencing that. Like my life now and my expression and my interactions, my identity, and what I emit, what I radiate is satisfactory to me. And in turn, I'm receiving satisfactory experiences in response to my wellness and my desire to be honest and open about and willing to be myself in the world with others. Some days there's clashes, and I have them often, but most times in social settings it goes pretty good, and I'm grateful for that. Y'all take care. Thanks for being here with me. Bye.